I'm Dr. Revels, and you're listening to the REVELSations podcast. We're all family and friends here, so you can call me Rev. The topic of today's verse is starters and finishers. Starters and finishers. Let's get into some dictionary definitions like we like to do here on the REVELSations podcast. We're all on the same page. First definition is starters, a person or thing that starts in a specific way. So let's go with a person that starts something, a person that starts a thing in a specific way. That's a starter. And then finisher, a person or a thing that finishes something. Okay, so we have our starter and we have our finisher. Of our starters and our finishers. And starters are individuals who excel at the initiation of projects, generating ideas, setting goals, while finishers are those who focus on completing tasks, ensuring quality, and meeting deadlines. So we have our starters, we have our finishers. We have our starters and we have our finishers. Some of our most famous starters are Steve Jobs, co-founder of Apple. He had bold ideas and a vision for user-centered technology. We have Elon Musk, no matter how you feel about him, constantly launching new business ventures, Tesla, SpaceX, etc. Oprah Winfrey, for example, she built multiple platforms, own network, things that's of that nature from scratch. Then we have people like Richard Branson, founder of Virgin Mobile Group. He was a famous starter. And then we have these people who are finishers, who may not necessarily be as famous as our starters, but are instrumental to our lives. Tim Cook, do you know who he is? A lot of people don't. He took over Apple after Steve Jobs passed away, known for operational excellence and consistent execution. Execution of what? Steve Jobs' vision. Sheryl Sandberg, as COO of Facebook, which is now Meta, she took Mark Zuckerberg's vision and made it into a functional money making machine. Then we have Susan Wojcicki, if I'm saying her name correctly. She's the former CEO of YouTube, instrumental in its growth and stability. Didn't start it, but instrumental in its growth. And we have starters and we have finishers. And I'm here to say both are needed, but we tend to focus on people who are starters and not finishers. And I know a lot of people in my life. I'll be honest, two of my very best friends are starters. These are guys who start great ideas and they have great projects. They're starters and they're not finishers. And oftentimes they beat themselves up about not finishing. Oh, I should have done this. I need to finish that. I should have done this. I need to continue to do this. And sometimes it's just, no, you don't need to continue. Somebody else can pick up the mantle. You have given somebody a great idea, and now they're going to finish or they're going to execute your idea, because we need starters and finishers. Now, in a perfect world, we would be starters and finishers. We would be people who see projects from the beginning all the way to the end. But that's not how life works. I think we're all a part of something greater. Everybody's a part of something greater. Think about the human body. The human body. We have head, we have a body, we have extremities, and they're all working together. And it doesn't mean because we have a head and a heart that those are less important than other parts of our body. And of course, we can function without other parts of our body. We can function without a leg. We can function without an arm. But it sure makes life better if we had our legs and our arms. Why am I talking about a body? Because starters and finishers are part of the larger body, part of people, part of our world that we need. Our finishers may not be the best at creating ideas. They may need someone to help them get an idea off the ground, but they are great, great, great at executing plans. You know what? Or executing a vision. Oh, I didn't see that. But now that you've given me the vision, now that I see your vision, I can go and put in these plans and I can execute it. And we have our starters. Starters may not know how things should be done, but they have vision and foresight to see, man, we could imagine this and we can do that. And I'm going to start the project, but I'm going to need somebody to come along and help me finish it. So I think we're dual rolled in a lot of ways in our life. We're sometimes we're starters, sometimes we're finishers. My two friends who are major starters, they finish some things, but they tend to focus on the things that they don't finish. They tend to focus on the things that they started, and then somebody's made them feel bad about, oh, you started that business, but you didn't finish it. You put it down. You didn't see it all the way through. Well, it might not have been their mission or their goal or their purpose to see it all the way through. Maybe their idea helped spark somebody else's idea. Or maybe the idea that they originally had spurred them to go in a different direction, and now they're finishing a different project. As I said, we're all part of one body. We need all of these things. We need starters and we need finishers. It would be odd if the leg said to the arm, I'm more important than you. I like you don't get us anywhere. I take us to where we have to go. And then it would be weird if the arm said to the leg, yeah, you might get us where we have to go, but I'm more important to you because I can grab things and I am the thing that brings things to us. You take us to the place, but I bring things to us. Well, don't we need both? Isn't life better with both? I mean, can we function without arms? Sure. Can we live without legs? Sure. Isn't life better when we have arms and legs? Isn't life better when we have starters and finishers? Absolutely. So I look at my life. I am typically a finisher. I try to be a starter, try to come in. I do intubate, and don't get me wrong. I've been in some situations where I've started some things. I've started some programs, and then I've had to leave the school or whatever, and people have taken it along. But I tend to like to see things through to the end, to put the plan in place. And in some areas of my life, I am both starter and finisher, and that's great. But when I start a project and I'm not able to finish it, I can honestly say I don't beat myself up about it. And I say, you know what? Somebody else can pick up the mantle and take it and run with it, and they're going to execute it. Or that thing may have needed to die in that situation because I learned something just from starting and not finishing. And then in other instances, I've been a finisher where there's a plan that's already in place. And I'm like, you know what? We can reimagine. We can take this and change it up. And then we can see the program through. Maybe that's the Libra in me, the balance of the scales, both starter and finisher. But I'm not perfect. I do wish I was a greater starter, and I do wish I was a greater finisher. But I'm not here to beat myself up about it because both things are needed. So to my friends out there who are starters, we need you. To my friends out there who are finishers, we need you. And we can all work together and be a part of the greater body of making this world a better place, one day at a time, one verse at a time. Again, I'm Dr. Revels. Thank you for listening to the REVELSations podcast. Please subscribe, rate, and review wherever you get your podcast. You can contact me directly on social media at the REVELSations podcast. That's on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. You can also email the show directly at REVELSationspodcast@gmail.com. I am because we are. Hallelujah, holla back. Peace.
Yeah, the revelations now televised. A platform for you and I, an outlook with full heart and clear eyes. Now, these are just my thoughts. Truth on how I feel on these topics I reveal. Please know my toll, I always keep it real. Can't face the word if you can't face facts. For your time, just open up your mind. That's it, just live, think big, now take that. With God in me, this here was made by design. Yeah, the revelation will be televised. REVELSations.